Gadam harassing her classmates, things aren't really...
Oh, so sad, so sad. Like we haven't done that. Like we all haven't done that to some degree as kids. Oh.
Good for her and the rest of the group. And now with the alleged victim coming out with a statement...
Alleged. I've given up all hope on that statement. I've given up all hope on that label. As soon as I heard alleged, like whatever I hear goes out the other window. Goes out the other ear.
Going on hiatus, things have gotten more confusing. So who's telling the truth? Truth be told, looks like Gadam's done for. Ever since the allegations came out, people were still giving her the benefit of the doubt.
I'm giving her the benefit
With
of the
a
doubt.
big corporation like Hybe standing behind her and being sure in their statements of Gadam's innocence, there were people who were starting to doubt the credibility of the accusations.
I'm always doubting I'm always doubting accusations. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Always doubt accusations?
Lose their reputations along with bringing down their newest girl group just to prove that Gadam is innocent, then something must be true, right? It looks like nothing that Hybe has been claiming for weeks now is in fact real. The accusations got even more serious once a netizen shared a picture of a document issued by the Autonomous Committee for Countermeasures Against School Violence. The
I think this is what Ashley told me about.
Document reveals that Gadam, who was in her first year at the time, was the perpetrator in the case, and another student's name was labeled as the victim. Even then, Source Music went on defense mode. Not only did they try to delete all the posts related to the issue, but they also released a statement denying the accusations. The statement, released on May 16th, said, "There is no change from our prior statement. We have started legal action, and details will be revealed through legal procedures." This pissed netizens off even more. To them, Gadam didn't seem like such an important part of the group, so they didn't know why Hybe was going to these lengths to keep her in the group instead of just kicking her out to keep SSERAFIM's reputation from being ruined. As for the school's comment on all of this, netizens assumed that they were getting a good chunk of money for not speaking out about whether the document was real or not. In response to the issue, they said that they were unable to answer. A netizen commented, "So the school records are real? No, it's not that she's brimming with talent, so why are they working?"
Yo, she sucks, bro. Why are you even trying to protect her, bro? She's ass. Her singing sucks. Her dancing sucks. She looks ugly, bro. She's short.
This hard to hold on to her. It's better to cut off the rotten root immediately.
Bro.
This didn't mean that they didn't try to save Gadam and the rest of the group's reputation in their own twisted way. SSERAFIM won against Lim Young-woong and Music Bank with quite a big difference of 846 points. At first glance, this isn't such a big deal. Younger groups generally tend to do better with digital and physical sales because of their young fans, like for example, when I won against Big Bang. However, the way SSERAFIM...
No, but Big Bang is like... They came back with one song after, like, what, 2 years? It makes sense.
One was very suspicious. Since Young-woong had high scores in physicals and digitals, the results came as a shock. To make things worse, SSERAFIM received over 5,000 points because of radio plays, which are controlled by KBS. In response to the accusations, KBS said, "The scoring system has 5 categories: digital streaming scores, which accounts for 60%, TV/radio broadcast scores accounting for 20%, viewer preference scores accounting
Viewer preference scores?
for 10%, and album sales accounting for 5%.
What does that mean?
And social media scores accounting for 5%. Even with the explanation, people came to the conclusion that Hybe might
votes, okay.
have had a hand
Why didn't they just say votes?
in rigging the results altogether just to save Gadam's reputation. But how could winning against a known and well-beloved singer fix Gadam's and SSERAFIM's reputation in the eyes of the general public? Well, if people believed that the public loved the group enough for them to win against Young-woong, then they would also believe that the scandal wasn't as damaging as they had initially thought. But Dispatch came to ruin this whole thing for them. They said that despite KBS claiming that Young-woong didn't have enough radio plays, his song If We Ever Meet Again was broadcasted several times, and it would have been enough to overturn the...
Okay, well, to be fair, I heard SSERAFIM's song, and I did not hear that guy's song. So, Maybe it is legitimate. I don't know.
Final results.
No, I'm joking.
So yes,
I'm
Source
joking.
Music did try to make the group look better, and it backfired in their faces hilariously. Things only get worse from here. Yu Eun-sol, Garam's alleged victim, seek the help of a legal counselor. They came out with a statement about the trauma Eun-sol suffered because of Garam. They said that Garam and her friends had harassed the victim from late April to early May of 2018. Due to the severity of their actions, Eun-sol was forced to transfer to a new school a few weeks after the incident. Then in June of 2018, the School Violence Countermeasures Committee punished Garam with 6 hours of special education, and Eun-sol received psychological counseling and advice before transferring to a different school voluntarily. The mistreatment didn't stop even with the transfer, as there were rumors going around that Eun-sol was forced to transfer just because she was in the wrong. The statement went on to say that because of the Nate Pan article that came out about Garam prior to her debut, someone had commented saying that it was Eun-sol who had made the post. Eun-sol had also started receiving messages on her social media accounts accusing her of making up things about Garam out of jealousy. These messages said things like, everything on—
She is an orc. She's an orc of just jealous and pretty girls. That's kind of crazy, bro. You're just an orc. You're jealous. That's crazy.
Her face was redone, but she's still
Ashley, you're Gen Z too. I don't know why you're saying that.
ugly, and she's slandering because
You both are Gen Z.
she's jealous. Some even went a step too far, sharing pictures of Eun-sol and blurring her face out, writing, "Thanks for taking care of the mosaic. If you stalk SSERAFIM, you better get your grave ready." Because of this, Eun-sol
Stans, am I right? Don't you love Stans, man?
taking care of the mosaic.
Woo! Look at this beautiful support, bro. Look at this beautiful. Thank you for taking care of the mosaic. If you stalk SSERAFIM, you better get your grave ready. Boom.
If you stalk SSERAFIM, you better get your grave ready. Because of this,
Love
Eun-sol
that, bro.
suffered extreme anxiety and fear that someone might have the original photo, and there was the danger of them releasing it to the public at any point. This caused her to have panic attacks. Eun-sol claims that she had asked
I remember one time when I was getting canceled, someone actually messaged my own mom on Facebook, threatening her to get me to take the video down.
Type to renounce the statement and apologize to her. She did
That was a
ask
fun
for any
time.
monetary compensation just for the company to delete their initial statement and make a new one based on facts and the truth and an apology. Hype, however, dismissed her request. Garam ended up debuting with SSERAFIM while Eun-sol suffered greatly because of the mistreatment. The legal counsel shared that Eun-sol had wanted to drop out of school and even take her own. This extremely tragic event led to her parents making the decision to stop Eun-sol's studies and have her drop out of school. According to the counselor, she hadn't been attending school for the past 7 weeks and is even being treated by a psychiatrist. They also claim that Eun-sol's mother quit her job in order to take care of her and prevent her from doing anything harmful to herself ever again. Then the counsel
That's fucking crazy, bro. That is wild.
to take care of her and prevent her from doing anything harmful to herself ever again.
I mean, again, like, apart from like the document, like, a lot of this has just been like, oh, this person has been dealing with this, has been dealing with this, so I'm still taking it with a small grain of salt. But if that's true, that is fucking crazy. That's fucking
Then
crazy.
the council warned Hybe that if they didn't change their statement, they'd release all their findings to the public. They said, if Hybe does not change its stance that it is Kim Garam who is the victim, we will be forced to disclose the findings in the special investigation in its entirety, as well as the victim statements given during the investigations, as well as descriptions of the heinous that was not included. They also said that they'd released the screenshots of the malicious text that Garam had allegedly sent to Eun-sol.
Why don't you just do it right now? What's stopping them from doing it right now? Why are they threatening? Why? It's already
The detailed
why
statement
that I don't get. There's something a little sus about that, guys. I don't know about that. But like, what? Why don't they just do that?
of her legal counsel left people shocked at the severity
Why not just release it?
of the issue. A netizen commented,
Because they are minors.
no matter how good money is, how can they drive the victim so
Yeah, but threatening isn't any, like, the intent is there. The intent is there. So, like, I don't know if that makes it any better. Because, listen, because, like, if you're threatening to release possibly defamatory information or possibly truthful information about a girl, you're threatening to release that information, so it's like a threat. It's kind of like blackmailing. So, via sleeping. So, like, the intent is there.
much that she attempted, aren't they the biggest ever? Whether it's Hybe or another messed up CEO, they ruined her whole mental health. The company's initial response to this was to release a statement that they would answer to the allegations and make a statement on it, and they did. On May 20th, they made a very lengthy statement in retort to the legal counsel, though they said that since the rumors became worse, they wanted to clarify everything. Source Music said that Garam and Unso actually used to be friends before—
Wasn't even aware this group existed, bro. V sleeping, bro. V was like, hey, Mike, can we just get to moon lovers, bruv? Man ain't interested in this Les Seraphim shit. You know what I mean?
Out that Unso had spoken ill of her, which led to a verbal fight between the two. Even though the matter was—
Man don't care about these Sheilas.
Settled.
I don't understand why you sound English, but
was threatened by one of Unso's male friends outside of the school, which caused Garam to cut ties with Unso. Then Unso had taken a picture of friends outside of the school.
Was called out by Unso and threatened by some of Unso's close male students outside of the school. This sounds like some All of Us Are Dead plot. This incident led to Kim Garam cutting ties. Oh, okay.
Which caused Garam to cut ties with Unso. Then Unso had taken a picture of her classmate—
You dozed off. You missed Queendom too, my friend.
While she was changing, and shared it with her friends on SNS. They claimed that the statement was deeply disturbing to Garam and her friends who had confronted her, with no physical confrontation involved. While Unso had admitted she was wrong, she didn't receive any punishment for her actions. Not only that, but Source Music is claiming that Unso had accused Garam of mistreating her and went as far as to call a committee meeting, but she changed schools before the meeting took place. Because of this, Garam and her friend were penalized. Netizens ridiculed Hybe for this, saying, "So shameless, until when are they going to investigate? Everything has already been revealed."
What? Are these people even paying attention? Are these people even paying attention? What?
Another added, "They're just talking with groundless proofs, simply talking about witnesses of—"
How would Robert do my voice sound like? Ashley, I'm not going to do your voice. I'm pretty sure your voice is just a regular Midwest female accent. Like a Chicago accent, which is like regular. I think Hoya, I'm pretty sure Hoya's from India, so I would just sound racist if I tried to do that. If I tried to do her voice.
Of this and that will not solve anything when her name was clearly stated in the school violence countermeasures documents. They don't believe that Garam was punished undeservingly, since her punishment was very severe. Even the South Korean Ministry of Education came out with their statement on the issue, and you guessed it, Garam is still guilty even by their standards. They said, "In the case of school violence, the intensity of the measures taken by each school is also different because of the strong autonomous nature and the different tendencies of the participating experts. However,
it could be that Kim Garam, even though Kim Garam was named as an assailant student, it could have just been like when the teacher asked what was going on, the students could have been like, that person did it. So that isn't like 100% proof. You know what I mean? Hoya, you're not Indian. What's your ethnicity, so I may properly formulate a good accent for you?
it seems to be true that
Unique is Indian.
there was school violence, as Kim Garam was named as an assailant student. I told you it was bad for her if the Ministry of Education itself has to make a statement regarding a K-pop idol. Hybe finally took some measures, if we can even call them that. First, it started with SSERAFIM being pulled out of their schedule for recording at Music Bank, and the video fan sign got pushed at a later date. Then they announced that SSERAFIM would continue promoting as a 5-member group
Rob,
for
try me.
the time being, as Garam is expected to halt activities in order to heal and look back on her immature actions. Let's hope that the whole truth comes out as soon as possible.
You're from Cape Town? What?